Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. All right, what's really good, LeSBP Trading? Familia, buenos dias, bonjour, bon dia, sabona, guten abend, konbanwa, masakea, up top. Thank you all for tuning in. So, it's going to be an interesting one. Today, jumping on a few minutes early, right before the 9:30 open. Let's see what we got. Yeah, just trying to jump on here to make sure that all is good. I want to, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to just go ahead and jump into it. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at work at the same damn time. And I should have my other computer down here, but I don't. So I'm just using the one for right now. But if my computer starts dropping frames, then we will go ahead and go to the other one. So we'll see what happens. But either way, let's jump right into it. Looking at the day, today is Monday, June 9th. We don't have any news today. We don't have any news tomorrow. This is CPI, PPI week. And then we have prelim UOM or University of Michigan consumer sentiment, prelim UOM inflation expectations on Friday. So not too heavy of a week. I mean, CPI is quite heavy, I'm not gonna lie. PPI can actually move the market quite a bit too as well. So maybe that's an understatement, but it's not too bad of a week. Monday and Tuesday, no news. So that's going to be really interesting because of the simple fact that with those two news sets, usually you have a good amount of movement. So I'm hoping that we can get through some of the, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm hoping that we can get through some of the, gosh, my bad. I'm trying to get to all the sites. I'm hoping we can get through some of the stuff that, some of the support resistance areas that we need to get through, that we couldn't break last week. But basically, we'll try to see what we can do for Monday and Tuesday because we're really, really close to passing this challenge. You need $3,000. I'm at like 2,100. So I need 900 more dollars in order to pass the challenge. We're only at day 3, so I do have to pass on those days as well. But I really do think we can get there. So either way, as you can see, no trades for today, zero trades for the day so far. I don't trade until after the 9:30 open. Hopefully you caught my video about why I trade after the 9:30 open instead of trading beforehand. And then as you can see here, 3 out of 5 days, $2,108.50. And then our biggest day was 1,003. So we're still within the rules. I haven't broken any of these rules either, so we are good. And then as you can see, our account balance and then our minimum account balance is still in the same place as it was on Friday. So 52,108.5 is the balance, and then 50,000 is now our minimum account balance. Journal is here. And then something that I found out too as well is after you pass the challenge, you have to have like a $2,000 buffer. Yes, you can take the money out at any given time you want to, which is great about this about Take Profit Trader. But at the same time, you have to have a buffer. So you have to have at least a $2,000 buffer, which is really interesting. But at the same time, I guess it makes sense. You don't want to get in there and then make $100 and then just take it out and not give yourself a buffer. So I think that's a pretty decent rule. The video I saw was from Cam Trades or something like that or whatever. He's a really popular trader on YouTube, and I actually watched him quite a bit back in the day, like probably about a year ago. Didn't stop watching him on purpose. I just kind of just gravitated away, but I have followed him and have watched him for quite some time, and he's been a big prop firm trader, for futures prop firm futures trader for a while. So, yeah, after watching this video, it's very interesting to see that, he trades with take profit trader as well. Yeah. So let's get to the charts real quick. I think we got actually New York just opened, and as we can see, going back to what we did on Friday, we had the high of Friday here and then the low of Friday. But once again, we're also kind of stuck in between, kind of like a 2-hour support resistance area. So as you can see, all the way back here, let me grade this down. As you can see, all the way back here, we have this kind of 2-hour, 4-hour support resistance right here. So basically, all in all, I'm trying to see if we can bypass that, that area. We've kind of been stuck in between that area for about a week. No, it's about almost a month now. We've been stuck in between that area. So this is the high of Friday, that's the low of Friday, and then these are the two support resistant 4-hour areas that we've been stuck slightly in between. So we're gonna see what we can do and see if we can get out of that. Looks like our first trade is probably going to be a sell. Once again, I always say do not take my trades. I lose quite a bit. I honestly have just been getting really, really lucky with my trades. I think every trade I've taken on stream, every trade I've taken on stream has been a winner. But that doesn't happen very often. So I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all or bullshit or say that, I'm some great phenomenal trader or whatever. But yeah, so we'll see what we can do today. Let's see. $27 seconds till we get into this sell trade. Couple more seconds. We are logged in. We are good to go. Let's see
Order filled.
Let's see if it fakes us out. Let's see if it fakes us out. This is it's a pretty high stop loss. Pretty high stop loss here. So basically it's going to end up being a little bit under a 1-to-1 for us. If it works out. So we should lose roughly a little over $300 if we lose this trade. 10.75 times 5 times 6, so 322 if we lose this trade. I like to kind of calculate to see, what we would lose or what we would win. I already know what we're going to win if we win the trade because I always go for 10 pips, which is about $300 for me. So we'll see how it goes. And then we'll move on from there. This is the 4-hour support resistance area though, that you can see right here. That's a 4-hour support resistance area. So for all we know, price could reject right back off of that, go straight back up. Kind of teeter-totter in between once again. 10 pips looks crazy right now. Why does 10 pips look so much? Looks like a lot, but it's not. We just bounced off that 4 hour support resistance. Let's see if we can go through it. You got a lot of price reaction right here, so if it goes through it powerfully, then we'll be okay. But if you start to see it reject off of it and then bounce back up, we're pretty much screwed on this trade. And we're looking at a really hard rejection candle. Doesn't mean it's going to lose necessarily, but it's not great if it doesn't power through it, to be honest. I need it to power through that 4 hour. Apparently, this is our first trade of the day. If you're just now joining, first trade of the day. Let's see how it goes. This will be the first one we lost on a stream. For some reason, all our first trades have won, but I know that one of these days we're not going to be so lucky. So we'll see how it looks. It's currently rejecting off of a 4 hour support resistance. I was talking about that a second ago if you missed it. So if you look at the 4 hour and then slightly look left, you'll see that there's, a lot of candle movement, push through, candle rejections, support resistance area over here. So we'll see how it goes. I'm always confident in my trades, but at the same time, I know that, that kind of stuff can come into effect and sway the trade a different direction. And because we've been playing in between that 4 hour support resistance so much, there's no news today, no news tomorrow, and we got CPI later on in the week. So the Monday and Tuesday could just be choppy days for all we know. So this is a lower probability trade, I would say. I wonder why those just popped up. That should have been popped up. Can we get a 5 minute? That would be fantastic if we can get a 5 minute. We got a few more minutes, well, a few more seconds, I should say. We got like 40 seconds until we can get a 5 minute. Five-minute close. Doesn't mean it's gonna win, but Feel a little bit better if we can get the 1 minute and then get the 5. We might see rejections back up to here at least. So we didn't get a 5 minute alert. That means, which sucks, because that means it's not under yet. Oh. All right, I'm gonna be silent for a little bit. We'll see how this trade plays out. I just realized I think we got in a little preemptively because I wasn't supposed to trade until after 9:35. I literally just realized it. I'm like, damn it, did I just do this wrong? But if we lose, that's my fault then. I mean, shit. That's definitely my fault if we lose. So the trade was supposed to be taken after the 9:35. So basically after this little period between 9:30 9:34, and then we get in anything after 9:35. So I kind of messed that up. It's one of those small things that I sometimes forget because of the simple fact of the market movement. So if we lose, I know why I lost for for one reason. I mean, the market can do what it's gonna do. So either way, we could have lost, but I just know that's one of the rules that I just messed up on. Supposed to wait till after the close at 9:34 and then jump in. Oy. I don't know why I'm so tired today. I went to sleep pretty early, or what I would consider early. It was before 2 o'clock. I can tell you that. Maybe that's why I'm tired, because I went to sleep early. All right, once again, 4 hour support resistance was right here. It looks like it rejected off that beautifully. think if we would have waited until after the 935 and traded like we were supposed to, we possibly could have got a push through it, and then we could have jumped into the trade. But that's here nor there now. So we got a 5-minute alert. That's interesting. So we could see a push back up to here. Back up to, we could see a push back up to there. If it doesn't take us out, we could see a push back up to there, and then a possible downward push. Oh man, your boy is tired. Once again, thank y'all for hanging out with me on this journey, man. It's been real interesting. I've been trading Forex and futures now for like since 2021 December, I want to say. Or was it 2020 December? I'm pretty sure it's been like 4 years now. So a lot of ups and a lot of downs. Definitely a lot of downs, I can tell you that. Whole lot of downs. Okay, it's looking like it's wanting to go back up and push through to the upside. The one thing that I'm worried about today is choppiness because there's no news. So lower volatility doesn't mean no volatility, just lower volatility. Um, and possible market manipulation. So I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but you do see some weird market movement when there's no news. I can definitely say that. And sometimes it seems like literally it just goes back to hit your stop just to go back the right way. So we'll see how it works out. I'm gonna go get my dog real quick. I'll be right back. She is out there barking up a storm right now. All right, so we're seeing a lot of movement right here in between this 4 hour support resistance area, and that's, sorry, this 4 hour in the high. Um, that's kind of what I'm afraid of, to be honest. Not gonna lie to you. In my head, I'm like, it's probably gonna bounce off this, but I don't want to do any probably, so I'm just gonna stay within the trade and we'll see what happens. Because there's also a possibility that it could come right back in between the two 4 hour support resistance areas, which is right here and right here. And I guess it's a good possibility because you have the high of last week and then the low of last week as well. So decent range, at least. Decent range. It hasn't bounced off what I thought it would bounce off yet, but it got really close. So I don't know. We'll see. But for right now, it's bouncing, it's moving in between those two areas. So we'll see which way it chooses to go. If it decides to choose to go anywhere. Because today looks like one of those really low volatility days that 10 pips seems like forever. But I'm down for it. I am down for it. We'll see how it can go. I looked at I finally downloaded the Tradeovate app and I was looking at my analysis or my reports and stuff like that, and I saw that in one of my reports my longest trade was 1 hour and 26 minutes. So I bought the sell position holder out to 1 hour and 26 minutes to see if that's necessarily going to be the case here. Like, is this going to be a long time hold just for 10 pips, or my average is like 26 minutes, and I think we're actually reaching that point now. So yeah, we've actually reached beyond that point. My average is 26 minutes, so that was this candle right here. So we'll see if we go, slightly beyond that. But I could say it's trying to give us a chance. It's trying. You've had a push up, push down, really hard push up in this candle, push down. Honestly, don't like the way it looks, but we'll see how it goes because right now we're just kind of waiting, see if it plays out. I actually thought it was going to take up to at least the tip of the start of the 9:30 open before it wants to go down. And I don't know if that's necessarily true, but we are seeing some rejection. We are seeing some rejection down here. So more than likely it could end up just being a loss. And I'm sorry if I'm not very excitable during my trades. I'm not that type of person. So if you're looking for a bunch of excitement and the hoopla, you're not gonna get it on the stream. My apologies. Really boring, really methodical. I just trade what I see and then we get on with our day. That's pretty much it. Another big push. See, that one is a doji, which could be a lot of trouble for us if this candle ends up. Because that just means indecision in the market. I believe that's what it means. I'm not a candle pattern guy, so don't quote me. I mean, if we can get a nice hard rejection right here, this would be great. This would be fantastic. That wasn't a hard enough rejection, to be honest. Yeah, I don't like the way this looks. Where's my thing at? I don't like the way this looks at all. That doesn't look like a great sign that it's going to go down. Let me keep my water bottle down here. That way I don't have to walk all the way back upstairs just to get some water. First trade loss of the stream. We have taken L's, by the way. So I don't want to make it seem like we haven't taken any L's since I've been streaming. We've taken 3, 4, I want to say 5. We've taken like 5 L's. It just hasn't been on stream. We've taken at least 5 L's. It's funny because all the ones that we take on stream are good trades. Are winning, not good trades. I'm sorry, they're winning trades. Because I don't want to say good trades because it's not like I'm taking bad trades off stream. It's just the ones on stream just happen to win. I'm waiting for this bad boy to fly up because it looks like it's just ready to go, but it needs a push. Waiting on this bad boy to just fly the fuck off the handle straight to the upside. I mean, that'll give us another trade opportunity. I don't really have a over or outlook for the day on if I want to be in buy positions or sell positions. The market's so in between right now that I'm not really sure which way I would rather it go. I don't try to take a general bias, to be honest, in most cases. So I take what I see or I take what I get from depending on my confluences. I won't just say, oh, I'm only going to do buys or I'm only going to do sells. Like I never do that. I just take what I can see. But some days I do see better to like upside or better to downside on trades. And I'd rather take those trades, but I'll take what I get. And that usually works out better for me rather than just saying, oh, I'm only taking buys today or I'm only taking sells today. So I feel like you can miss some great opportunities by having just a generalized bias because the market's going to do what it wants to do. And if you have a generalized bias, it don't care about that at all. So I just take what I see, a few of my confluences, and then we go from there. It's definitely fighting in between, though. I hate this. I am not liking it at all. It's fighting right in between this area. I'll make that purple. We'll say consolidation. Yeah, it's definitely fighting in between this area. I am not loving it. But I'm thinking it's gonna go back to the upside. Because of the way it's looking, you've got the dojis, you've got the rejections, the rejection wicks. To me, it definitely looks like it's going to go back to the upside. And in order for it to have made it through this far as for resistance, we would have had to have a really good push. And we didn't get that. We got a push down, rejection, push down, rejection, push up, which was really beautiful. Then a really nice candle push up here. Slight rejection, but it rejected off the entry as well. And now it's pushing back up. So the way I see it, this trade is about to lose. and it's breaking out of kind of that consolidating area. I mean, the good thing is at least it's touching what I thought it should touch, which is the bottom wick of this candle at 9:30. But if it doesn't reject hard off of that, more than likely we end up losing this trade. Yeah, if it doesn't reject hard off of this, then we probably lost this one. And I think we got a minute before we can even get into buy trades. So it will kind of suck because that means this is just going to be really choppy. It's going to be really choppy and to the side. It's just going to go like this. Yeah, more than likely we lost this one because it's encroaching this wick, and then you've got these right here. And I don't see anything stopping that, which is the problem. I don't see anything stopping that trade from pushing to the upside. This would have been a great buy trade for support resistance traders. Definitely. It's too bad I don't use that. But I say, don't stall out. Just go ahead and knock me out. I know you wanna. And now it's playing. Now it's playing in between. Great. It's not fantastic at all. Go up, go up, go up, go up. I mean, I don't want to lose, but I'd rather lose fast than sit here and watch it for an hour just for it to lose. So if it's gonna take me out, I'd rather just go ahead and take me out so we can move on to the next trade. I mean, if it does lose, we got a lot of upside potential to try to get back to this high. That is, if it goes past here, goes to here. I mean, that's still only like 10 pips though. It's crazy what 10 pips can look like on certain days, and then what 10 pips can look like on others. 10 pips could look like this on some days, and then this looks like 10 pips today. It's ridiculous how much that changes. 10 pips can look. We're still playing in between. The only thing that'll save us if we get a really, really, really strong push to the downside. That's literally the only thing that'll save us in this trade. But I don't see that happening only because there's nothing. I don't see anything here that will push us to the downside extremely hard. We've been going up ever so slightly. and we've got all this room down here, but at the same time, if the market's already been going up, then why stop the momentum in any case, especially on a non-news day. Today is definitely a non-news day, so why push up on a non-news day? I can see a bunch of consolidation today and possibly a bunch of consolidation tomorrow in preparation for CPI on Wednesday. And sometimes it doesn't even move on CPI that well. Sometimes it waits for PPI and moves. All right, another pause for consolidation before the push up. And then once it pushes through this, we more than likely just took that L. Yeah, so if we can push through this and finish above, then we more than likely just took the L right there. And we're about to get a good candle close here. 3, 2, 1. Close enough. So more than likely, this is going to be an L trade. We'll see what the next trade brings. I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Really do appreciate y'all for joining on this journey. I usually end the stream after the first trade. So regardless if we take an L or we take a W, once this trade ends, we'll be jumping off the stream. And then we'll take the rest of the trades off the stream to see what we can get for the day. This might be one of those days where we lose like a couple hundred. Hoping not, but hey, it happens. Go from 2,000 to 1,000. Make sure y'all reading those descriptions, man. I'm telling you, these last 3 days of trading are like have been phenomenal, but they're not normal. $800 day, $1,000 day, $300 day right after. Like that's not definitely not the norm. Usually I see a particular balance between our 300, 600, and $900 days. These last 3 days have been like way too sweet for me. So I knew there was definitely going to be at least one day where we get put on our ass. As long as we don't lose 2K in one day, we straight. I don't think I've ever seen a loss day that big. We've had some $1,400 loss days though. I can tell you that. That shit ain't pretty. That shit is not pretty. Yeah, I'm expecting this one to hit stop loss. Definitely expecting this one to hit stop loss. Currently, right now, that is, I think it's going to be 322. 322 plus commission, of course. 322 plus commission, which is only like $1.50 or something like that. Bruh, I hate waiting on losing trades. Come on, man. Just go ahead, go up and take the L. Shit. I like much rather take the L quickly and move on to the next trade. Like this mug is playing with me. Jesus. For the next trade, what we're basically end up doing is we're going to take the 10.25 pips just to explain what we're going to do for the next trade. We'll take the 10.25 pips and we're going to stack that 10.25 onto what we would normally do, which is 10 pips for TP. So on the next trade, we'll be going for 20.25 pips, basically, to account for the loss. And that's according to strategy. That's not me just trying to make up my money because I'm revenge trading, or that's not me just trying to jump into a trade and hoping that I win my money back. Like literally, that's according to strategy. So I'm not trying to go crazy with it, but that's what we're gonna do on the next trade. Once this one loses, I think we'll get a buy position shortly after. I'm gonna end the stream after this trade loses, but once this trade loses, we'll go for that once we get a buy position, which I'm pretty sure we'll end up getting not even a few minutes after the stream ends. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, 20 pips is a lot for today. I just don't see it, to be honest. Like with no news, low volatility, and then possible market manipulation, we'd have to get somewhere like up here to get that 20 pips. Yeah, so we have to get somewhere like in this general area to get that 20 pips that we would need in order to win the next trade. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not really sure exactly. How's that happen? Let's say cancel. All right, still waiting on this trade to lose. Come on, man. I hate waiting on losing trades. I really do. I hate waiting on losing trades. Shit irks my nerves. It keeps wanting to play around and consolidate, but I'd rather take the L quickly instead of waiting for an hour on a losing trade. All right, push, 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 push. Push through. Damn, come on. Bruh. Sure, go ahead. I don't close the trades manually. I let it hit the stops. So I let it hit stops and I let it hit TPs because I've always realized that if it doesn't hit stops, doesn't hit TPs, you ain't out of it yet. So I always try to let it do its thing to see if it's going to hit TPs, see if it's going to actually hit stops. I've had times where literally it'll be within 0.25s of a tick and not hit stop loss and go all the way back to TP. But I've also had it on the other side too, where it'll be in 0.25 ticks of a TP and go back. So when I'm close to TP, the only difference is when I'm close to TP, I will move my break even to positive, or not positive, to zero, because I would be damned if I let it go all the way from damn near hitting TP to literally losing. Like, nah, I ain't letting that happen. But for stop losses, I always let it go all the way back to stop loss. If it hits a stop loss, it hits it. I'd rather take that L if we're already losing like this one and it hit stop loss, then okay. But if it was literally like right here and winning and then all of a sudden starts to come back up, I'm moving that stop loss all the way down here to what would be break even because I'm not taking a full L off of something that was just about to hit TP. And then if we can get another entry, we get another entry. If not, and it decides to take me out at break even right before, hitting going back down to hit TP, then so be it. this trade is playing with your boy.
Stop filled.
There we go. Jesus Christ. I mean, I knew it wanted to burst through that, but it just wouldn't for some odd reason. All right, let me close my buy limit. We took our first L on stream. Took about in an hour. Take an hour, almost an hour, damn near to hit that shit. But okay. So we took our first L on stream here. Um, Once again, it's always a possibility that can happen. I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Um, Let me know if y'all got any questions because I'm gonna do, of course, a recap. That recap usually comes out around 2, 3 a.m. Eastern time. Don't ask me why I released that at 2, 3 a.m. Eastern. But we're gonna release that about 2, 3 a.m. Eastern. And then we'll go from there. All right, y'all. Thanks. Have a good day. Peace. All right, first stream.